Hello everyone, I'm Exploring Neye, and today I bring you an exciting offer all the way from Canada. Trent University in Canada is offering scholarships to its international students. You're coming for your bachelor's, your master's, and your PhD. Trent University is number 2 in overall reputation in Canada and number 1 in quality in Ontario. And Trent University has clear pathways for admission to its students, both Canadian students and international students. And then for bachelor's scholarships, you are eligible for 12,000 Canadian dollars annually, which is renewable every year throughout the duration of your studies. So for each year, 4 years bachelor's program, you're going to be receiving 12,000 Canadian dollars on scholarship annually. And there are also entrance scholarships that you apply for. And this entrance scholarship is based on your academic merit. You don't need to apply separately for it. That means you don't need to submit a separate application for this entrance scholarship. When your application is being reviewed, you are automatically qualified for this entrance scholarship. Isn't this sweet? And then there are also external scholarships that you can apply to. Okay, during your studies, there are external scholarships that you can apply to. You have to always check the eligibility criteria, okay, before you can apply for it. But these external scholarships are during your studies. This is sweet, right? First of all, the eligibility criteria for this bachelor scholarship is the same with what you're going to use in submitting your application, right? Because you're automatically qualified for this scholarship during your studies, right? So the documents you're going to submit are your secondary school transcripts, right? Your secondary school certificate, and then you're also going to submit your scratch card. For those coming with WASE, you're going to also submit your WASE scratch card. Okay, and then for masters, you are qualified for 11,000 Canadian dollars per academic year. So for your 2 years masters, you are eligible to receive $11,000 Canadian dollars each year. So for 2 years, you're receiving 22,000 Canadian dollars. And then there are also external scholarships that you can apply to, right? And also those coming for PhD, you also qualify for 11,000 Canadian dollars as a graduate teaching assistant, and you also qualify for graduate teaching assistantship, right? So for PhD, the total scholarship you're qualified to receive is 25,000 Canadian dollars. This is sweet, right? This is very sweet. This is a very sweet offer. And then remember, there are entrance scholarships, okay? And these entrance scholarships, you don't need to submit a separate application for it. Your application is going to be automatically considered for this scholarship, okay? For those coming for masters and PhD, you're going to need 2 academic references. For masters, I think masters is 2 academic references. Please make sure I'll be dropping the link to these to the websites in the description box, okay? So make sure you copy the link and then, or you type it on your browser and then read more on the requirements. So you're going to need 2 academic references. You're also going to need your bachelor's transcripts and your certificates. And then for those coming for PhD, you need your bachelor's and master's certificates and transcripts. All right, then you need your references, and make sure that those who you are putting up as your referee will be available to submit a reference for you. And then there is also English language proficiency. Okay, as it is stated there in the website that if English is not your first language, or if you have not undertaken your studies in English language, then you're required to submit an English language proficiency. If English was your medium of instruction in your university or in your secondary school, you will need to obtain a letter, okay, a letter of proficiency from your university stating that you undertook your studies, okay, in English language. And you'll be submitting this English language proficiency letter from your school. You'll be submitting it together with your application. There is a space provided for that, okay, where you can upload all these documents. The next requirement is that you have to pay an application fee of 125 Canadian dollars. Okay, you have to pay this fee. Unfortunately, you have to pay this application fee, but it's all good, right? Because the scholarship, when you get the scholarship, you're going to forget what you paid, okay? So that's one good thing about this this program, this university. For those coming for masters and PhD, your minimum grade has to be B+, which is equivalent of 77% in your 2 years of previous studies. Okay, so make sure you check out this if you qualify, if your average is 77%. So make sure you check out these things. If your average is 77%, then you can go ahead, gather the remaining documents, and then submit your application. And then if you check the university website, there are also requirements based on your country. It's called country specific requirements. I will also be dropping the link in the description box. Okay, so you make sure to go there and then read through it, check your country, and then check what's required. So we are here on the university website, Trent University website, and you can see programs, future students, current students, and financial matters. So let's go ahead. Let's first of all see the undergraduate program. So these are the filters where you can see. If you don't want to go here to check out the programs, you can as well come down here and select the filters. Okay, undergraduate, and then you click on apply filters. You're going to go down here. When you scroll down, you will see the undergraduate programs. Okay, you see the undergraduate degree programs. You see all of them. Okay, arts, anthropology, biochemistry and molecular biology. Okay, and some of the programs, they said paid co-op available. So, but as a secondary school leaver, you're going to make sure that you're coming for this undergraduate degree. Okay, so you're going to scroll down, see a whole lot of other courses that they have here. They're all much. You're going to see them. Okay, so these are the undergraduate programs that they have. And then anyone that pertains to you, what you want to study, you're going to click on it. Biology, biomedical science. Okay, let's go with this one. And then you're going to see more information concerning that. There is part-time, there's full-time, but as an international student, you're going to go for full-time studies. Bachelor of Science honors, and this is where the campus is, where you're going to study. Okay, so you're going to read all of these. Okay. You're going to read all of that, and then you keep scrolling. You keep scrolling. This is where you're going to see your requirements. Okay, admissions, requirements, and all that. Program-specific requirements. Remember, each program, apart from the general requirements of Trent University, each program will also have their own specific requirements. And for this particular program, this is the requirement. This is the general requirement. And remember, you have Ontario, non-Ontario, international. Ontario is if you're based in Ontario, if you're a citizen of Ontario. Non-Ontario, maybe you're from another province that is not Ontario. This is if you're from Ontario, and then this is if you're not living in Canada at all. If you're not in Canada at all, even if you're in Canada, but you still maintain an international status. So this is where you're going to come to see your requirements. Okay. And okay, yeah. Did you know that full tuition for those who have 95% plus average? This is what I was talking about. This is the merit-based scholarship I was talking about, that if you have this and above, that you can get a full tuition cover. Okay, you can get a full tuition. Okay, if you're a top scholar entering in Canada, entering with 95% or higher, you qualify for full first year tuition. Okay, sorry, this is for those from Canada. So let's go ahead and read scholarships for international students. And here it says international students are eligible for scholarships valued at up to $12,000 Canadian dollars over 4 years. If you're coming for your bachelor's, 4 years bachelor's program, you're eligible for 12,000 Canadian dollars. So each year you receive 12,000 Canadian dollars for a duration of 4 years. So 12,000 times 4. So you're going to get that and see what it gives you. As an international student, you can also explore other Canadian scholarships and other international scholarships. Okay, so this is what I mentioned earlier. So this is where you're going to come and look at these scholarships. You can also read more on this if you're a transfer student and this and that. All right, so these are, okay, your career paths. These are your career paths, but based on this, we wanted to see this scholarship, and you've seen it for yourself. So hurry now, gather your documents and apply for this scholarship as Applications are closing very soon, very, very soon. Write your statement. If your program requires you to write a statement, you prepare that. You can prepare that under a short period of time, and then you're going to apply. You're going to submit your application. All right. And remember, this scholarship does not need a separate application. It's you're going to, as you're submitting your application, you automatically qualified or eligible for this scholarship. So when you're ready to apply, you're going to click on apply to Trent. Okay, this information is for transfer students. You're going to you're going to apply to Trent when you're ready with your application documents, and you have to do that as soon as possible. And remember, if you create your account, they will send you an email. You have to always check that email, make sure you have access to it, and when you access it, you have to click on it. They will send you a link. From that link, you're now going to submit other required documents, and make sure you do that under 30 days. I'll be dropping the link in the description box, so make sure you go ahead and copy the link or type the link in your browser, and then read more on your field. You can read more how to apply and everything. You can read more of that. Everything you need is here. Just navigate through and you're going to see all the information. And they have intakes for fall, winter. Some programs have intake for only fall, and I think summer or fall and winter. So you're going to see it in your departmental website. So I'll be dropping the link to this program website, this undergraduate program website. I'll be dropping it in the description box. So make sure you go ahead and read your program. Then for graduate programs, you make sure, remember, you click here for graduate and then click on apply filter, and you're going to see more of graduate program that is being offered by Trent University. Sustainable studies, professional nursing in professional practice, psychology, mental health and addiction nursing. They have the postgraduate diploma, they have PhD, they have MSc. So make sure you check all of that carefully, and you're going to see what you're looking for and apply for it. Make sure if you're coming for masters, make sure it is written MSc, masters, or MA, Master of Arts, or MSc in science. Okay, and let's say you're coming for your course is environmental and life sciences masters. Okay, so this is what I said. When can I start? For this program, they have fall intake, they have winter intake, and they also have spring or summer intake. And these are the deadlines. So there is no more time. Please make sure to start this application early. If you can still meet up with winter intake, you can go ahead and submit. Winter intake is on the 1st of February. Spring intake is June 1st. And then fall intake is October 10th as your deadline. Okay, sorry, as applications are opening. Oh, applications are opening. This is the application. Yeah, okay. Applications open for this particular program for fall intake on the October 10, and then applications closes for this same fall intake, closes on the February 1st. So if you can still meet up, then make sure to apply to this university. Then for winter intake, application is opening on the 1st of February. So if you don't meet up with fall intake deadline, you can still meet up with winter intake. Winter intake application deadline is on the 1st of June. Okay. And if you don't meet up, you can still apply for spring intake. So this department, this course has intakes for fall, winter, and spring. All right. So guaranteed funding, yes. Guaranteed funding, yes. And for deposit required, no. So this is it though. This is it. Program options, Master of Science. Where can I study? The campus where you're going to undertake this program is in Peterborough. So this is the program website. If you want to read more on this program, this is when you're ready to apply. You come here and click. Then we have your eligibility requirements. This is for domestic. This is for international students. So if you're an international student applying for this master's, you will need your BSc degree certificate. These are the required. Remember, this course is master's in environmental and life sciences. So this is where you're going to see the eligibility programs. If you have your bachelor's in biology, environmental chemistry, geography, environmental science, or a related discipline, then you are eligible to apply for this program. Remember to read this carefully. And you will need a minimum B plus, 77% or equivalent in the last 2 years of full-time studies. Okay? Or last 10 full academic credits. And then proof of English, proof of English proficiency. For this program, all international applicants must provide proof of an adequate level of English proficiency, regardless of your citizenship. Okay, regardless of your citizenship status or country of origin. Remember, for the general requirement, it says that if you undertook your studies, I will also be dropping that in the description link. It says if you undertook your studies in English, then you have to get a letter of proficiency from your school, and then you're going to upload it during your application. Then remember, there are also program specific requirements. So for this particular program, it says you must submit your proof of English proficiency, regardless of your citizenship status or country of origin, as long as you are an international student for this particular program. So make sure you go to your own program and read their own, okay? And it says a GRE test score is not required for admission into this program. All right. You can learn more about the tuition fees, and then eligible for the scholarship. This is the scholarship I was talking about. It says eligible full-time students are offered minimum. Remember this, it says minimum. So you can still qualify for other scholarships, right? So you are eligible for, or you are offered a minimum funding package during your funded period of 21,000 Canadian dollars annually. So which is valued approximately at 11,000 Canadian dollars annually. So for a duration of 2 years, you're receiving this. Specific funding details are included in individual admission letters. So for your own funding, depending on the one you qualify for, you're going to get it in your admission letter. This is an automatic funding. You don't need a separate application for it. So as you're getting your admission letter, you are also going to see your funding, the funding that you qualify for, and you're going to see it there offered to you in your application letter. So these are for a full list of external awards is also available on our scholarship awards and awards page. So this is good. You have external, you automatically qualified for scholarship during your application, and then you can still apply for external scholarships. Okay. And if you scroll down for that, these are the faculty members of this particular department. So if you have any information, inquiries, or anything, you can click here to contact the program directly. And then when you are ready, you can click here to apply. Okay, when you click there, it will give you information for future students. This is how to apply for domestic and how to apply for international. Remember, okay, you have to always go to international, because you are not a domestic student, right? So you have to go here, and these are some of the things you can also read more on. Finding a supervisor. For those coming for research programs, you can click here to read more information on how to find a supervisor. Everything is here, including directions on how you can find your supervisor. They are here. Then another requirements, application fee. Yeah, there's an application fee, but remember, when you receive this funding, you're going to forget all that you paid during your application, right? So an application fee of 125 Canadian dollars, and then this is for 125 Canadian dollars for research programs, or 140 Canadian dollars if you're coming for a professional program. Okay. And this fee cannot be waived or deferred for any applicant, whether you're a domestic applicant or an international applicant. It cannot be waived. Remember, this scholarship is very sweet. Okay. So we clicked on that. I'm sure you're seeing everything I'm doing. So you click on that, and then remember to consult program pages like this other program that we clicked on. We saw the application deadline, right? So you can prepare yourself ahead. So this is where you are gonna come. This is apply now. That's when you're ready with all your documents uploaded and saved on your computer. And then this is the application process. You have to review specific program requirements. Remember, I said I'll be dropping the link to each program, both undergraduate and then graduate programs. I'll be dropping the link, so you go ahead, so as not to stress you, right? I will not stress you, so I'll drop the link for you so you can go ahead and look for your program directly and then apply. So when you review your specific program requirements, remember we reviewed only one program. So you can go there, click on the link or copy it, paste it, and then review your own application requirements for your own program. Then you prepare your application. Remember I mentioned referees. You have to make sure your referees are willing. You consult them and make sure that they are willing to submit a reference letter on your behalf. So these are all the requirements. You prepare your application fee, and then I think I mentioned this earlier that you are going to receive an acknowledgement email and claim your my Trent account. So you have to, okay, once your fee has been processed, please allow up to 5 business days for the university to receive your application, following which you will receive an email with your student ID, credentials, and instructions on activating your My Trent account. So, and it says, okay, it can take 12 to 24 hours before the activation process, but make sure you do this within 30 days. And then if you're having a problem activating it, you have to reach, this is where you have to go, click here and then reach out or contact contact information technology for assistance here, or you can also submit a ticket here as well. All right, then when you are done with all of that, you upload your required documents. Everything is here: your post-secondary school transcripts and graduation certificates. And then your transcripts are not required to be official, so you can, when applying to the School of Graduate Studies, so you can use your unofficial transcript for your initial application. Then it says official transcripts are only required to be submitted if an applicant receives an offer of admission. Okay, so that is it for that. This is very easy, right? This is very, very simple. So this is when you, after you receive your offer, you have to come here, read more on study permits, your enrollment, documents, and what have you, your proof of English language proficiency. Remember I said some departments may still require you, as a general rule, the school requires that you can submit your, if you studied in English, okay, you can get the letter of English proficiency exemption from your school. But some programs may still require you to submit this English language proficiency. So if you check your program and they require you to still submit a language proficiency, then you have to go ahead and write that and then submit. So this is where you have your, when you're ready with all your documents, then you come here and then you're going to create your account. Okay, so this is, you can click on login if you have started your application previously and you couldn't finish. So here is for you, you click here. But if you haven't, then you have to create your account. Okay, you create your login to your OUAC account. So remember, this is for graduate application. So if you're coming for undergraduate, you click here. For graduates, this is, but if you need more information, you can still come here and read on it in case you're not yet sure. They will always leave it here for you. Then remember, this is for graduate application. If you're coming for undergraduate programs, you go to undergraduates, click on undergraduate programs, go through your program, click on your course, and then from there you're going to see all the required documents, and then you're going to click on apply, and that is it. If you haven't created your account, you're going to come here and then create your, okay, yeah, login is for, if you already created your account, you can come here, click your, they will give you an OUAC username that you used in creating this account, and then your password and login. And if you don't have an account yet, you're going to come here, click on create an OUAC account. So this is what you're going to type in. You're going to read all of this, and then you're going to input your functioning email address. You confirm your email, click your username. This username will now be your OUAC username. That's what it's called. So you're going to input all of that, your first name, middle names, last name or family name. Your last name or family name is your surname. And then you're going to input your correct date of birth. Sorry. You're going to input your correct date of birth. That's the one on your international passport. And then you're going to go ahead. confirm your password. Type in your password here, confirm your password, read the terms and conditions, and then you're going to click on create my OUAC account, and they will send you a confirmation email, remember. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.